Hello friends, this video on capacitors and capacitance part 20 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 19 before going ahead with part 20. So let us look at the first problem. It says a parallel plate 100 microfarads capacitor is charged to 500 volts. Okay. So what is the value that is given here? The capacitance is given as 100 microfarads, which is 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 farads, and the potential difference is given as 500 volts. If the distance between its plates is halved, what will be the new potential difference between the plates and what will be the change in stored energy? So first we have to calculate the values of the potential difference is already given initially. We have to calculate the value of stored energy initially, and then we will see if the distance between the plates is halved. Let us suppose right now the distance between the plates is d. First we will calculate the initial condition and then we will calculate the final scenario. In the final scenario, what happens? D becomes d by 2, right? So D is halved, so D becomes D by 2. So let us look at the first scenario first, the initial scenario basically. So let us say in initial scenario, the stored energy U will be equal to half CV square. So C here is 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 into V square, that is 500 into 500, right? So this comes out to be 12.5 joules. So this comes out to be the energy. This is the stored energy. Okay. Now in the next scenario, it says that the distance is halved. So if the distance is halved, what will be the new potential difference? Now when the distance is halved, your capacitance changes. The new capacitance will be equal to A epsilon naught divided by D dash, that is the new capacitance, right? So this will be equal to A epsilon naught divided by D by 2, that is equal to 2 into A epsilon naught by D. What is A epsilon naught by D? This is the previous capacitance. So 2 into the previous capacitance, right? So this will be the new capacitance. Therefore, when I try to find out the new potential difference, what happens? Now we know that C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, V is equal to Q divided by C, right? I'm talking about the new capacitance. So they are all V dash. Now the charge will still remain the same because it says that it is charged to 500. So there is no change in the charge as such, even though the distance between them decreased. The charge which they are storing or the charge which we are considering to be there is still the same. So we can say that V dash is equal to Q divided by 2C, that is equal to 1 by 2 into Q by C. What is Q by C? Q by C is nothing but V, so half of V. So that means the new potential becomes half of the old potential, that is equal to 250 volts. So this is the first part. Now you have to calculate the new stored energy, that is U dash will be equal to half C dash V dash square. So half C dash is nothing but 2 into C. V dash is nothing but V by 2 whole square. So this comes out to be half into 2 into C into V square by 4. So this 2 and 2 cancels. So this becomes equal to half into 1 by 2 CV square. So 1 by 2 CV square was nothing but the old stored energy. So the stored energy will also become half of the previous stored energy. That means half of 12.5 joules. That is 6.25 joules. So this would be the stored energy after the distance between the plates is halved. So the conclusion is the new stored energy will become half of the already stored energy. Let us look at the next problem. It says a 4 microfarad capacitor is charged by a 400 volt. It's charged by a 200 volt supply. It is then disconnected from the supply and is connected to another uncharged 2 microfarads capacitor. This problem states that a 4 microfarad capacitor is charged by a 200 volt supply. Okay. It is then disconnected from the supply and is connected to another uncharged 2 microfarad capacitor. Okay. So first you have a 4 microfarad capacitor which is charged by 200 volt supply. And then it is connected to another 2 microfarad capacitor. So how much electrostatic energy of the first capacitor is dissipated in the form of heat and electromagnetic radiation? Okay. So in this we have a funda of common potential. What happens in case of common potential is, let us suppose we have two different capacitors. Let us suppose there is one capacitor of capacitance C1. There is another capacitor of capacitance C2. So let us first understand this concept of common potential. So if I have two capacitors of capacitances C1 and C2, and let us suppose both of them are separately charged to some potential of V1 and then C2 is charged to some potential of V2. They are connected by a conducting wire. Then what happens? So if I have a capacitor of capacitance C1 charged to potential V1, another capacitor of capacitance C2 charged to V2, if they are connected by a conducting wire, what will happen? The charge will flow from higher potential to lower potential till the potential becomes equal. So this common potential which is achieved at the end is known as common potential. So if they are connected by a conducting wire, so if connected by conducting wire, charge flows from higher potential towards lower potential. So it will not keep on flowing indefinitely. It will flow till the potential becomes equal. Till the potential becomes equal, and this equal potential is known as common potential. So how do we write it? It is basically nothing but conservation of charge. So initially what was we can say that the total charge is nothing but the charge on the first capacitor plus the charge on the second capacitor. So what is the total charge after attaining common potential? What is the total charge? The total charge is nothing but C1 plus C2 into V, where V is the common potential, is equal to, earlier what was the total charge? Charge on first capacitor plus charge on second capacitor, that is C1 V1 plus C2 V2, right? This is how it was before attaining this common potential. The total charge of the system was charge on the first capacitor plus charge on the second capacitor. Now after the common potential is attained, then the total charge is nothing but the total capacitance, that is C1 plus C2 multiplied by the common potential. Therefore, common potential can be found out as C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. So common potential is equal to the total charge divided by the total capacitance. So this is the concept of common potential. So here also we will use the same concept. What is happening here? Basically, if you look at this problem, initially what is happening? Initially, what is the total energy? Initially, a 4 microfarad capacitor is charged by a 200 volt supply. That's it, right? So initially your capacitance is 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 farads, and you are charged to a potential of 200 volts. Therefore, the energy stored, energy U is equal to half CV square. Let us call this as C1, this is V1. So half C1 V1 square, that is half into C1 into V1 square. So this comes out to be 8 into 10 to the power minus 2 joules. Now what happens in the final scenario? So that was the initial scenario. In the final scenario, this capacitor is removed from this and the capacitor is connected to another capacitor. So the 4 microfarad capacitor is now connected to another capacitor, that is C2, which is 2 microfarads. But this capacitor is uncharged. That means it doesn't have any charge. Therefore, V2 is equal to 0. Right? So now in the second scenario, what is happening? This C1 is getting connected. C1 is being connected to C2. So what will happen when C1 is connected to C2? Charge will start flowing from the capacitor at higher potential to the capacitor at lower potential. So here which capacitor is at lower potential? C2, because the potential is 0. So the charge will start flowing from C1 to C2 till the potential reaches the common potential, that is till the potential V1 and V2 becomes equal. So V1 and V2 will become equal at one point and that value is the common potential. So therefore, what would be the value of that common potential? So the common potential, that let me call that common potential as V, will be equal to the total charge divided by the total capacitance, as we saw in this expression, that is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. This would be the common potential. Now C1 V1 we know, so let's put the values. This is C1, this is V1, V2 is equal to 0, so this entire term becomes 0, divided by C1 plus C2, that is 4 plus 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So now this value comes out to be 800 divided by 6 volts. So the value of common potential comes out to be this value. So this is the value which they will attain. So what will be the energy in this case? Basically we have to calculate how much energy is dissipated. That means we have to calculate the energy in the initial condition. Then we will calculate the energy in the final condition, and then the difference of the two will be the energy that is lost in the form of heat. Right? So in this case, in the final scenario, the common potential we know now. Therefore, the energy in this case, let us call this energy as E dash or U dash, will be equal to half into CV square. C will be equal to C1 plus C2 here, and V square will be V square. So this will be equal to half C1 plus C2 would be 4 plus 2, that is 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 into V square. What was the value of V which we obtained? V is 800 by 6. So 800 by 6 whole square. So this value comes out to be 5.33 into 10 to the power minus 2 joules. So this is the final energy. Therefore, the energy dissipated is equal to U dash minus U. That is equal to, if you look at it, earlier what was the energy stored? It was 8 into 10 to the power minus 2. And then later, what is the energy? That is 5.33 into 10 to the power minus 2. So the initial energy was more. So the energy dissipated is U minus U dash. So what is U? 8 into 10 to the power minus 2 minus 5.33 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this comes out to be 2.67 into 10 to the power minus 2 joules. So this is the amount of energy which is dissipated in the form of heat and electromagnetic radiation. Right? So meanwhile, you also understood the concept of common potential. So common potential comes into play when two capacitors are connected by a conducting wire. Then the charge starts flowing from higher potential to lower potential till the potential of the two capacitors become equal. And then the potential becomes equal to the total charge divided by the total capacitance of the system. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.